Hey, Jody Holland here with the Psyche of Success vlog. Really glad to have you guys back. We're on the final chapter of Yay, I'm a Supervisor. Oh man, I'm a Supervisor. What now? When we're going to be looking at what are the next steps for you. You got to have a plan. You got to be ready to move forward. I'm looking forward to having you on the vlog. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. Did you do it? Okay, good. Okay, follow me on Twitter at Jody and Holland, and also like my Facebook page, Jody Holland Training and Speaking, and definitely tell your mother about this vlog. She's gonna love it. The next steps that we have are how we move forward. Just like every other time, I like acronyms, and so I put the word forward into an acronym to help you have a game plan of what comes next. The F is you've got to always be trying to find your next top performer. You'll find top performers in all kinds of places. For example, I will tell nursing homes that I work with to look at the restaurants, see who the great servers are there, and recruit them to work in your dietary department. I'll tell hospitals, if you're looking for someone that's really good with other humans, pay attention everywhere you go. Look at hotels, look at restaurants, look in retail. They might be your next person for transport or your next person to do valet parking. Always have your eyes open to find the next top performer. Don't wait until you have a need and then be reactive, hoping that they show up magically once the need is there. Instead, be on the lookout. We're in the age today where we have to recruit, not just evaluate. If all you're doing is trying to evaluate, it's not going to happen. One of the ladies that works for me, who is phenomenal by the way, I spent about 2 years interviewing her before I had an opening where I could recruit her. For about 2 years, I would go to her because she was my banker, and I would explain what was going on in the business, and I would spend time getting to know her, and I would talk to her. So by the time I had a position open to be my handler, the person that keeps my brain going in the right direction, I already knew she was the one. I had talked to half a dozen people. She was by far the best. I was always on the hunt to find my next top performer. The O is organize your thoughts for success. Remember, as James Allen said in As a Man Thinketh, your thoughts can make heaven of hell or hell of heaven. You gotta take control of that. Listen to what you're saying to yourself and frame things in the positive. If you start to say something like, God, I'm such a, God, don't say screw up. Stop yourself in the middle and say, God, I'm such an awesome human being that's learning and growing every day. I know it sounds a little bit goofy, but it really makes an impact. The more you talk about you being a good person, the more you demonstrate that you are a good person. People will call up and go, man, I just wanted to talk to you because you're so awesome. And I'll say things like, I really appreciate you recognizing that. I'm not going to argue with them. I'm going to say thank you for recognizing what I've been telling myself for years. Organize your thoughts to be successful by first thinking. Remember, belief, thought, action, result. That's in your head as well as in the world around you. The R is for read. Readers are leaders. As I said on a previous vlog, I have now read over 500 books on management and leadership. I've read over 100 books on sales. I keep reading and reading and reading because in every book, there is something new that I get to learn. I may not take everything out of the book, but if I get that one thing that makes my life a little bit better, man, that's gold, and I'll take it. As Scott Adams says, when you read a book and you learn a new skill, you double your chances of success. Every skill that you learn and master, you double your chances of success. Like Scott Adams, I want to take every advantage that I can get, so I keep doubling my chances over and over and over again because I keep learning. Readers are leaders. Be a reader. W is for work with your top performers, not above your top performers. You always want to work with your team. That means you've got to spend a little bit of time every day mingling with them, connecting with them, helping them out. One of the individuals that I was working with was like, God, we are so struggling on finding nurses here. I don't know how we're going to fix this problem. He was in HR. I said, well, what do you know about nursing? He goes, nothing. So he went and just got certified as a CNA. He didn't go and get his RN, just a CNA, so that he could go and kind of participate with nurses on the floor. As he learned from them, he was accepted by them because he had some of the same basic understandings now. They started working with him and helping him to recruit. Nursing shortage gone. Right now in the United States, there's 250,000 open RN positions, so that's kind of a big deal to fix that problem. Work with people, not above them. Never be condescending, never look down on people. A is ask for input from the team. You've got to always be looking for their advice, their input, and what they think will help move the organization forward. If you make your decisions in a vacuum, you will fail in that vacuum as well. Make your decisions with the collective. Most of your people don't want to make the final decision, but they do want to have a say in the decision that's being made. So back off from any ego that you have about having to be the one that decides. Forget any false assumptions you have about managers needing to know all the answers, and realize you are the most successful when you ask. Jim Collins outlined that in Good to Great when he talked about how Walgreens went around and asked their entry-level employees for input into how to be successful. The drive-through pharmacies that we have all over the place, that was because of a single mom who had to drag a baby to the back corner of the store to the pharmacy, drag them out, and drag them back to get the prescription later. She said, "Why can't we have a sucker tube like the banks do?" And they went, "I don't know, might as well." So they did. And now everybody does that. They only have 1 hour processing and now just instant processing of the photos. It costs a little bit more, but it's the same machine, so what does it matter? The more they listened to their people and asked for input, the more successful they became and the more profits they created. So back off of the ego and remember, I don't want to be right, I want to be rich. So if you do things in the right way by listening to other people, you can be wrong and yet in the end be much more right than you ever would have been before. The R is relate to your team. You have to get to know them, and you need to know at least 3 things about each member of your team. It doesn't really matter what the 3 things are, pick whatever you want. For me, I want to know their birthday, that's number 1, and I want to buy them a present on their birthday or at least give them a card. Number 2, I want to know some dream that they have, and I want to work towards that dream with them and through them. And number 3, I want to know about their family. I want to know what's important in their family and what's going on there. If I know those 3 things, my people feel that I am connected with them, and yours will have the same response. Use my 3 if you want, or come up with 3 of your own. It doesn't really matter, but whatever you do, get to know them so that you can relate to them well. And then finally, the D. My favorite, develop your team's potential. When I talk to a number of organizations, they say, well, how much training do we need? And my response is always, well, how successful do you want your people to be? And they go, all the way. Then I said, you need all of it. You need to continue month by month doing something to invest in your people. Even if you don't bring in an awesome trainer like myself, you can still do a book study. That's why I'm doing this vlog and why I've got the jodyholland.com/yaysupervisor. I'm doing this because I want to help you find ways to continuously develop your team's potential. Go out of your way to do something every single month to raise their level of success. If you'll do that, you'll find that they work on raising your level of success as well. The more we invest in them, the more they believe in us and strive to make us successful as well. So that is how we move forward going from this point on. If you haven't bought the book, you definitely need to buy the book. iTunes, Audible, Amazon, my website, all different ways to find the book. Make sure you share these vlogs with your friends. Make sure you're subscribing and other people to subscribe as well. If you have gone through this book, through this journey with me, I can pretty well guarantee that you've learned a lot of cool stuff, you've made your life easier at work, and you've also made your life easier outside of work. Now do me a favor, share it with your friends. Shoot, share it with the people you don't like if you want to. I just want everyone to get a little bit better and to raise their potential. I'm Jody Holland with the Psyche of Success. I'll see you in the next series.